So this is the self-development with tactics. Bock. So, today we're once again gonna talk about some Reddit things. It's gonna be about various different things. It's gonna be about self-development related things. It's probably gonna be about stoicism as well. Maybe it's gonna be about something completely different. I do remember just right now that I maybe should be, is it subscribing? I don't actually know. Or following or whatever, some other subreddits, so that I'm not only just seeing the exact same things. Because there's often really amazing things on for example, Cool Guides, I think it is called, subreddit, which is fucking amazing, with really cool guides and also really interesting and most of all also useful guides, you know, not just something that is just interesting, but also quite useful from time to time. But anyway, the first one's gonna be from the self-improvement subreddit, and it is called I am 25 and I feel like I've lost my... And I feel like I have let my youth pass me. Which I just, without reading anything, can say no, it's not the case. Because you're a very fucking young person, you know, you have lived just a quarter of your life, you know, maybe even less, but around a quarter of your life, and it is fucking nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna read. I feel like I haven't lived a day. I don't want to die full of regret, but I feel like I'm not living, not having fun. My life is often full of worry and insecurity and constant thinking, comparing to others, feeling like I need to catch up by figuring something out. So the thing is, this is, well, I'm gonna read a bit further. I just feel like I don't know how to have fun anymore. Don't know how to enjoy my time around others. I feel like everyone is secretly sociopaths that are brainwashed by Christianity into being nice to each other. What the fuck? But that is not the problem. The problem is I feel like nobody likes me. I don't know how to make a joke anymore because I don't see the humor in life anymore. My life is totally serious in every aspect. I have major character flaws that force obsessive thinking on them to try to solve them. Okay. I'm tired and I just like to think I spent my life well with a friend or two, but I can't seem to make friends. So, first of all, you're 25 fucking years old. And I mean, I think it is a common thing that a lot of very young people think about. And it is definitely also something that I just had to think about from time to time. That, you know, I'm wasting time and, you know, I could be doing more, I could be doing things better. But the thing is, you're 25 years old, or you're 20 years old, or you're even 30 years old or 40 years old. Even if you're 40 years old, which is just quite the double amount of age this person is, it's not even half of your life. You know, if we double it 50 years, this is half of your life. Half. And you know how many things you can do in 50 fucking years of life. You know, some people have been doing just really a lot of things in 50 fucking years. The thing is, something else that I just want to point out, the phrase comparing to others, first of all, and then feeling like I need to catch up, quote unquote, by, quote unquote, figuring something out. And no, it's not the case. You know, maybe your friends or those people that you're looking at just seem to have figured it out. Maybe they even have, which is a fucking amazing thing for them. But even if you haven't, it is fine. You know, because I haven't figured out my shitty life. I haven't figured out my life as well. I haven't, you know, because I think it takes some time and we need to do quite a lot of things to just see what we like, what we're really into and all of those things, you know, especially when we've been students. As students, we've only been doing the exact same fucking shit for 10, 12 years, maybe more, maybe a little bit less. What do you expect? Or what do we expect as a society? Like, of course, we just don't know shit. And of course, we don't know what we really want to do. And I don't know, like, just, yeah, it is normal, at my point of view. It's a completely normal. And in general, comparing yourself to others, like, no, you're you and they are them. And they probably just want to have something different than you want to have. So why the fuck should you compare yourself to anybody else? I don't really get the whole Christianity thing, to be honest. Might be something relatively personal. But yeah, I don't know, in terms of making friends, for some people it takes more time. Some people do just not find friends that easily. But the more you try, the more wins you're probably gonna have. You know, and if you don't try, you're never gonna just win, basically. And what I have to think about is just trying out more things and doing more things. Like, okay, I'm gonna join this club, I'm gonna join that club. Because first of all, your life is gonna get more interesting because you have to just, you know, there is a quote unquote goal and there is something to do. Second of all, you're gonna meet people, and third of all, you're maybe gonna just meet people that just really become friends, and then everything is quite soft, because of course, being alone is a very fucked up thing, and being alone is just very, very, very bad. Which should also be a message in terms of like, please, if you have very good friends, please, 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 please nurture those relationships. It's very important, and once you don't have them, you just know how important they are, which is a really fucked up thing, which I think is just often the case for human just beings, that we only value things once they're gone. But yeah, so my end line is, if you're that young, everything is fine. You have enough time, like more than enough time, to do something very great, and also to live your life to the fullest. Which doesn't mean like just drinking excessively and shit like that, which is also something that I always want to point out, because I feel like that sometimes people consider this living to the fullest, you know, partying all day long, fucking bitches all day long, all of that shit, but not necessarily, you know. Question: is it still abuse if they are hitting as a joke? This is probably a stupid question, but my head feels so foggy right now with everything I'm thinking of / realizing from the past. He, ex-boyfriend kinda, would hit me in the side and on my head, pick me up, spin me around so forcefully and drop me on the sidewalk. What the fuck? Oftentimes it would be so hard it would leave bruises. He was terrible in many ways. One example is sexual harassment, but when he would hit me and poke me, he would be innocently laughing and seemed like he was genuinely joking around. And probably just a strange dilemma, but an outside perspective would be more than enough. I think this is not good. And I think just even thinking about it, whether it is something good or something bad, is just a really good indicator of, okay, it's probably something bad, you know? Because this is the first response. And if the first response is like, okay, you know, it's actually not that cool. And even if it is a joke, it's still not cool, you know? Unless you just really enjoy it, which can be the case. Like, I'm just not judging, but I don't know, like if it is something that just you don't like, whether it is just consciously a bad thing, but I kind of feel like that it is going into the direction of, okay, I think it is fine, so we could just get into a relationship once again. This is what I'm noticing there, you know, because ex-boyfriend kinda is a good indicator, and I don't know, thinking about it in general, like I don't know, I think we should not be with these people quite. But yeah, the next one. Today I learned about Goran Kropp. He rode a bicycle 6,000 miles from Stockholm to the base of Mount Everest in 1996 with his mountain equipment, successfully climbed it solo and without bottled oxygen, and then cycled back home. This is a fuck. Whoa. This is amazing. I gotta have to look that up afterwards, I guess. You know, you just also have to think about it, how funny this might look, or just is probably looking like. I don't know, you with your fucking bicycle, and then also locking it on the base of fucking Mount Everest, and also hoping, while just, you know, walking up that nobody steals your fucking bicycle. But you know, what would have happened if just really somebody stole his fucking bicycle? Like, this would have been just a really fucked up shit. Like really. Like really, really, really. Anyway, like I really like those stories. You know, they just let me feel like, okay, you know, you can do more. We all can do just more, not in terms of like, you should just do more, you should work more and all of that shit. But more or less like, okay, in theory, we can do, or also just, you know, we can take a lot of hits quite, you know, just walking up or just climbing Mount Everest solo without a fucking oxygen bottle, then cycling home like 6,000 fucking miles, or was it kilometers? Miles? What is this in kilometers? Miles, let's see. 9,656.06 kilometers, or quite a lot of inches and yards and feet and stuff like that. What is the stupidest thing you've done? I'm sorry. Please go away. Thank you. What is the stupidest thing? Is this actually a word? I don't know. Is it like the most stupid? Well, anyway, thing you've done just to show you could do it. I don't actually know. I've once done a backflip into the water and just really hit just plainly the water with my back which was not that nice. You know, I've had some bruises, and I was completely red, and some, I don't know if you call these bubbles, you know, on your back, you know, if your skin just pops up like just a bubble. I don't know, but it's not really been nice. It's not it's not been that of an enjoyable thing, you know, let's put it like that. But I've done many stupid things, quite, to really be honest, but I wonder what other people did. By the way, I wonder what other people did. Played that stupid fucking 5-finger fillet game with a compass back when I was in school. As I got more confidence, I obviously got faster, and inevitably the point went right into the side of my fingertip. Fucking idiot. I played this stupid game at scout camp. I stopped after one of the younger scouts got too cocky because he could go faster than us older guys, and sliced about 1.5 inches into the webbing between his fingers. Ooh, that's not nice. Ooh, I can still see the blood. I get that, because I mean, it's very you know, because it just really has to take quite a lot of time just to heal that, because yeah, anyway. In grade school, maybe age 11 or 12, I had these cheap jeans. I figured out that I could flex my belly and pop the button open, found this funny, and guy friends in class got a laugh too. One of them turns to a girl, "Hey girl, check out what OP can do." I flexed my belly and let out a huge fart while the button popped open. She turned away, my body laughed, and I never did this trick again. Well, it's not that of a bad thing, but you know, I can still feel it. When I was 6, I stapled my fingers because I had convinced all of my friends that I had iron hands. Well, you know, this is why we don't watch movies, you know, and why we shouldn't. And then just, and these things, you know. Anyway, today I have to go outside, and this is what I'm gonna do, because it's very, 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 very incredibly nice weather we're having today, which is amazing. I like that, I enjoy that, I appreciate that. And I haven't been outside, also not just driving my bike or just cycling. But yeah, I think today it's gonna be like, because I've been really fucked, you know, because of overtraining and shit, but I have to take it slow, you know. Today I learned about the preserved body of Xin Xiu, I guess, a Chinese noblewoman who died in 163 BC. Her body was preserved in an unknown fluid, with skin soft and moist. Her muscles still allowed for arms and legs to flex at the joints, with all organs and blood vessels intact. This is creepy and strange, but also kind of cool, to be honest. I don't know why, but it is indeed kind of cool. Adult books for someone who can't seem to outgrow the Ya-Shore. Well, I'm gonna skip this. How do I stop myself from becoming bitter? I'm starting to get bitter towards almost everyone. I know it's just life, people being assholes, but I always felt humiliated and weak since I was a child. I got made fun of by people I barely even know. The mother of a friend, ? Even family, quote unquote, and friends, quote unquote. Honestly, I feel like some people are just jokes. I think they just see me as an easy target because I tend to be calm and kind, but I'm done doing being disrespected and being took for granted. Yeah. I mean, I think this is definitely one of the downsides of being a too nice person, you know, that people are maybe going to take advantage of you and maybe going to overdo things, you know, and just feel like, okay, you know, I for sure can do this with this person. But, you know, it really goes into the direction of being disrespectful and just not knowing your boundaries and just not knowing what you can be doing and what you can't, you know, with other people and towards other people. But I don't necessarily think that, well, of course, I mean, this is certain characteristics that people have. You know, it's, you know, just, I don't know. It's a very difficult one because on one hand, I gotta have to say that the whole boundary thing, you know, some people just might not see it and some people might just not mean it. And if you just tell them, okay, this is a little bit just too far for me, then they're probably also gonna do something about it. And they're probably also gonna just not do that again. Maybe. On the other hand, there's just definitely going to be some people that just give a fuck about these things. And I don't know. I in general believe in the good in people, which is something I think that is quite good. Not necessarily always, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, it is a difficult thing. Like, stand up for yourself, I guess. I think this is the best thing you can do, but in a kind way. Like, okay, just saying, well, I don't really like just this, that I don't really like you saying this, you know, just please don't say this to me. It just makes me feel bad. Don't do that. And some of these things, you know, why not? I think it makes sense, and I think it is a good thing. But it really depends on how we actually communicate that, because we obviously can communicate that in a very harsh and very, very bad way, to be honest, you know, in a very, very cocky way, in a very, like, angry and aggressive way, which does not have to be the case, you know. We just also can be very polite and very kind still, even if these people really piss us off and things like that. Today I quit smoking cigarettes. I wanted to share this news with someone since I don't have any friends or family nearby to share the news with. This Reddit, this thing was posted 18 hours ago, and it is having 1,900 upvotes, which is insane if you think about it. And it is pretty cool. Like, I just appreciate just 116 fucking comments. And he also, or she also edited it. Thank you, people, for all the support. I tried to answer every comment that came, but it became overwhelming. So everyone who didn't get a reply, thank you for your support, and thank the stranger who gave me the award. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I just honestly appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But what I don't appreciate is not commenting on every single comment there. I mean, of course, it is overwhelming. It is 116 comments. But I mean, if we just think that probably a quarter of it, not the half, but a quarter of it is probably going to be this person himself. I don't know. I just don't want to judge. But the thing is, we all can just take the effort and do that. But this is going to be the last one. I'm 31 and feel hopeless in my work-life situation. Hi all. I flunked out of high school, and don't even have a diploma. No credentials of any sort. So I've had to work very hard in crappy jobs all my life. I've been lied to about raises and promotions, treated like dirt by employers and customers, and I'm now getting sick of it. I feel like life is passing me by and I'm not living my true potential. I want to learn some sort of skill that is rewarding and makes me feel that I'm contributing to society beyond stocking a shelf of delivering package. I want to provide real value to others and feel valued. I want to live a life where I don't have to skip going to the doctor or dentist because I fear the following bill that I can't afford. I want to be able to afford to fix the problems in my house or home so it doesn't fall apart. I want to do more than just sleep, work, and eat. The only thing is, I feel like I've let my brain atrophy so much that I don't have the capacity to learn. My math skills are so awful, I need to basically relearn everything from middle school on up. And I want to get my GED, but I have fears that I'm just not smart enough to pass the test. I also was diagnosed with ADD as a child. I mean, like, it seems actually to be the case that everyone was diagnosed with some bullshit. And I do have a slight feeling that it is real bullshit. I know that it is like, okay, you have this and that, because we just don't know what you have, so it's gotta be that. And it is a constant sting in your fucking ass your whole entire life long, because you knew that back in the day, so back when you've been a child, you have been diagnosed with ADHD or ADD or whatever it might be. I also don't believe in it. I believe in the diagnosis, of course, you know. But the thing is, even if you have it, like you might be not good at learning certain things, but you still have something that you're passionate about. There's still going to be something that you really like to do, and you can really just be good at that, whether it is some sport, whether it is something else. That just really is 100% going to be something that you enjoy doing, you know. And even if it is watching fucking Netflix series, you can make YouTube videos on that and make money by doing so, and write blog articles and have a podcast about that, you know, the best shows that you've watched after you've watched every fucking thing, you know, because it is something that's very valuable for a lot of people that do want to also watch some shows, you know, because you can give them some advice to just what they should be watching, you know, because you have fucking watched everything. Besides that, I do not think that stocking shelves is something that people don't appreciate. It is certainly something they appreciate once it is not there anymore, you know, coming back to the point. So yeah, I think we can find passion in whatever we are doing, but we can also just search for passion. Two things, I think. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for listening and or also watching. And yeah, I wish you the best health, of happiness, and also success, and also hope that you're going to remind yourself and you're going to be remembered, which basically means your legacy, and basically means just being a nice person, and then also being remembered as a nice person, which is a pretty fucking cool thing, and I appreciate that. 3 other questions that I have you are: why are you here? What are you trying to change, and what is bothering you the most? These 3 questions are hopefully going to show you your purpose and maybe even a business idea, which is a pretty fucking cool thing. One other question is, what could you particularly say? You know, not only do and create and build and whatever it might be, but particularly say that is really going to change somebody's life, or at least somebody's day, or somebody's second, or somebody's hour. I think we all just can say something, and we all, I think, know what to say and what we maybe should not say. But yeah, with that being said, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I just truly appreciate that, and I'll see you.